Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Everyday Tales with MKTS and
I'm Betty, serving you the good vibes. Na feel, wacha tu niseme initoke.
Sema kitoke.
Unakumbuka story ya Midas touch? I feel like...
You got it.
With the vibes, lakini.
Me brought myself, she brought the vibes.
Hata tusionge. How have you been?
Been good.
Catch up.
Tuambie ama tuache.
Catch up.
Tuambie ama tuache.
Sema. Hata wesema ikutoke.
There was an episode 6.
Are we going there?
So nimeuliza niseme ama nisiseme.
Tuache.
Anyway guys, kulikuwa na episode 6, tulijaribu kujichocha kuweka video. It's a long story. We will tell you when that video, if that video
it shall be out.
If it ever drops, sawa. If it doesn't, ni mjue tu ilikuwa. Anyway, umekuaje? How was your Pasaka?
Pretty interesting. Very uneventful for me. Specifically, yes.
What do you mean?
Like, I think this year I basically did nothing for Easter. Like, just chilled with fam and no plans.
But that's how it's supposed to happen.
I think previously we've had like plans, we've had activities, always busy, up and about.
Yeah.
And I think for me this year was different. And I had someone say that Jesus died in the cross for us, so our sins have been forgiven. So we should wait before we start sinning afresh.
I mean, okay, speaking of what people said about Pasaka, there was another one. It's funny watching Kenyan status updates. Friday we are having a party, Saturday we are at the club, then Sunday we are all in church. Tumebadilisha status from sherehe to he has risen.
I am not even sure if I actually want to comment about it.
Don't. You'll catch some bad slack.
But I think we let me say this. I think as Kenyans we are literally surviving. So sort of everything goes. Yeah, you a little bit of partying here, a little bit of family time in between, and
a little bit of Jesus there.
And then when you remember that, I owe it to one day of the week to give thanks to God and do it. But I also applaud people who are able to, at the end of the week, say that let me put aside time to have some spiritual nourishment or take time to get some spiritual food at the end of the week.
Mongevan Kadishuku, I don't even remember that time before church. Nimbaya even.
But do you have a spiritual side?
Yeah. And I don't like talking about it because it borders.
The most important thing is that at least you acknowledge that you have it.
It borders kidogo na uchawi.
I MKTS.
Okay, you see, nasema uchawi because speaking to any other person mwenye hajui story na African divinity, spirituality, atakwambia wewe ni mchawi. So yeah.
So I've always thought about before religion came to Africa. Let me use that phrase because it literally came to Africa.
It was brought to Africa.
Yeah, it was brought to Africa. So before religion was introduced in Africa, we had our own ways and practices. Historically, I think each and every African culture had, or African tribe had
their own
practices. Yes, their own practices, whether we call them myths or beliefs, or they even had like named gods.
Yeah.
Let's give an example in Kenya. The different tribes had different names for what they considered their gods, and they had different traditions around what they considered was spiritual cleansing or praying. Like I know there were tribes that before the rains, or if the rains delayed, there were certain practices they would do, and right after that it would start raining, for example. Or if the harvest was going too badly, there were practices they do.
Sacrifice something or give something.
So we are at that point where I think you'd want to condemn certain things that people do traditionally, but that's what they've known. That's all they've known before religion came.
So for me, it's different because that's not all I've known.
Yes, there's now.
I grew up in Christianity, kabisa.
But then you are aware.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yes, that these things happen traditionally.
Yes.
And sometimes it gets to a point that you'd even want to identify with it.
It hasn't gotten to that point yet, but sooner or later. Yeah?
So that's why you're at that point you might get conflicted.
Hapo kidogo sitaki kujieleza sana because people will like
tutakujudge.
Bana sinafikiria ni mtoto wa town, unafikiria aje kama toshago.
Ala.
What it is,
Nikunoma. And just speaking of which, culturally speaking, we are at that point. What are we passing to our kids?
Exactly.
We had grandmothers telling us stories and tales of our ancestors.
Bombastic side eye.
Is that still a thing? Am I forgotten and buried, and we are in Cocomelon era and Chicharechu?
Cocofelon. I believe actually your kids get to experience you from what you teach them. Ukiwaachia TV itawafunza. Ukiwaachia wewe mwenyewe, ukiwapatia time yako, wafunze venye wewe ulifunzwa. Actually, that's why it's called generation. You're passing it down. Yeah. And we should be conscious of what we are passing down to our children. Yeah.
So as much as we might be blaming, saying Gen Zs and Gen Alphas might get lost, it's actually our responsibility to ensure that they are learning what we know in terms of ancestry.
But pia sio kila kitu, because you see kuna practices zingine zimepitwa na wakati. Honestly, like this thing that happens in the Luya and Luo culture, that if you're married to one member of the community, then they die, then now because
like wife inheritance,
walikutolea mahari ati hawezi toka kwa boma and shit like that.
I've seen, by the way, speaking of that, I've seen Albert Ojwang's wife. They just took dowry because I think Albert, they were living together with the wife, but I don't think he had taken dowry to her place. And she openly said she's going nowhere. She's gonna stay in that home. So now the parents took the honors of taking the dowry to her place. And I know this is pretty much controversial because you're wondering, she's pretty young.
Yeah, she
has like a whole lifetime ahead of her. So there's a faction that thinks she's throwing her life away by saying, I'm not gonna get married again. This is it, and this is where I'm going to stay. But I also think, let's extend her grace. At this point in time, she's still a grieving widow.
Woman, yeah.
And probably her thought and her plans are nothing beyond the grieving. So yes, she might say that now, and maybe a few years down the line things change, which we shouldn't blame her.
But also, from this point of view, she had a son with Albert Ojwang.
Yes, they have a child together.
So traditionally, she's still linked to that family through the son. So, and the main reason they took dowry, it was to fulfill that. It's kama a covenant, because amezaa na mtu wa familia na hatujaenda kwao, we haven't formalized this thing.
Or traditionally to own the son that they have.
So they are formalizing it so that akisema ni mtoto wetu, it's
you
really,
have grounds.
Yes, it's really mtoto wetu. See, the widow can move on.
So yes, as much as you're saying, we do away with some of these practices, but there are places along the way they still come to haunt us. Like I'll speak for the Luo tradition. For you as a man, if you have daughters and you never took dowry to your wife's place, you're not allowed to accept dowry from your daughters. And I think for the Luo community, that is something that has stayed on regardless of the revolution and the changes. So as much as we want to drop them,
mimi niseme kitu. Hiyo practice ya dowry, man. We're in 2026 bana. Si kufe tu. Because honestly, it has served its purpose. Dowry was offered to people that hey, ninajua watanikujia, but
buy helmet.
But dowry was offered to people, women that had kept themselves clean or pure, right?
I tend to disagree.
No.
Traditionally.
It was a preserve for huyu amejiweka sawa, ni wetu anatoka hapa akienda, so tuna appreciate ya kuwa amejiweka sawa.
I tend to differ.
Okay, tell me.
Because so the reason why I'm saying that is because some of these traditions, when you, like for example, you leave your matrimonial home as a woman and go back to your parents' house, there was a way the home where you got married to would demand the dowry they paid.
Yes.
And sometimes you, like now, for example, you'd leave that home and then go get married elsewhere. Before they accept the dowry from that other place, they would return whatever was paid in the first arrangement.
Yes.
So this person has been married before and was going to get married again, and the dowry was still paid. So this claim that it was for people who had kept themselves, I tend to.
In how many instances did that happen?
It was happening. It was happening. Okay, I'm not so sure how often.
If you put it in
like a percentage,
yes, it was
maybe
rare.
Like 5
exactly.
Or
so
like 10%.
5 out of what? So you see, basically.
Traditionally unajua watu walikuwa naolekaje, ulikuwa unachukuliwa hata kwa rive, sio?
Lakini sasa mtu atakuchukua tu, si amekuwa kiku scout.
No, yes, amekuwa kiku scout, not like
amekuwa sawa, hajajihusisha kwa matabia mbaya. Tunaonanga zile crew zenye
or sometimes it's just purely because the family you belong to and they want to be related to that family and they decide the daughter of that home shall be our relative.
You know, I think I'm having this conversation with the wrong person. You go ask wazee in your home. And
we shall circle back to this conversation.
Speaking of tradition, umeona wanataka kuweka affordable housing kwa shrine ya Njuri Nchege.
Allah.
I'm telling you.
With who's okay. Pull up. I thought the what do you call it? Like there was a research that was done to identify the various pieces of land.
Yes, they're even protected and gazetted in the constitution.
So how did that happen?
But do we live tunaulizana nini? Tuko inchi gani? We live in Kenya, man.
God. Goons. Tuko.
Tunaishi Kenya, mzee.
I'm getting to a point where I'm not even sure I'm starting to worry about calling myself a Kenyan.
Me, I want to be a South African.
Why?
Because Kenya mzee fasaya ifanyi.
Haiwaka.
Kenya ni tricky, haiwaka.
Ala. Ni kubaya.
Ni mbaya sana.
Ni kubaya. And what can we do about it? Are we just gonna sit back and say ni kubaya?
What you can do about it? Kila msee niko kadi. Kwa kadi.
Speaking of Niko Kadi, I think I saw a quote on the news the other day, I think like a week ago, that anyone who registered after 2012 is no longer in the system. Have you checked your registration status?
Yes, I did.
And you can confirm you're a valid registered voter.
I'm a valid registered voter.
I have as well.
I registered later than 2012.
I have as well. I'd want to know, anyone who voted or who registered beyond 2012, have they been able to verify that their details are okay?
Tuambieni hapo kwa comments.
Yeah, because that brings a whole new dynamic to the voting system.
Yes.
But there's a faction that is saying they're cleaning up the registers. We've had a lot of ghost and dead voters that are still in the register and have been voting from time to time. And
is this is he West African amani? Senegal. This wanaitwangaje? There's a word they use before businessman.
Entrepreneur.
Controversial. See, controversial businessman amekuja Kenya now 3 times.
Who's the controversial?
You don't know this guy. He's on Instagram with the presidents and leaders of what? Some big guy like this.
Educate me.
So there's a guy, watu wa street wanamjua ka sharp boy, jini sharp boy tu. Amekuwa adversely mentioned kwa kusaidia ma president kukaa kwa power. Yes. Ukiangalia Instagram yake ni yeye na president, yeye na sijui nani, but of late amekuwa, I think he has a Kenyan passport because he's here all the time.
Interesting.
And where is he? Who is hosting him?
Allah?
Your guess is as good as mine.
The system.
Yes. So ukiniambia ati watu beyond after beyond 2012 just afresh.
Hizo ni stories za jaba.
Si wajinga bwana. Si wajinga.
Ni kubaya.
Then tuko hapa sasa ati tuko na shida ya mafuta tena all of a sudden after CS alituambia we need not to worry because we have how many days of petrol did he say we had?
He said there was 19 days and they were working on getting in some more stock.
So we
didn't need to worry about anything. But the trends I've seen in the last couple of days where we have petrol stations either not serving people at all because they don't have oil, or the queues that are just really crazy.
The queues are crazy, yes.
So I think this is that point where the CS should have come out and say, stop queuing crazily at the lines. Because I know people are now doing late night fueling.
Watu wamekesha.
And even munapanga line na hakuna haijafika.
That's the problem. Amjua taka inakuja. Lakini government sidanganyishe Iran because si walitudanganya na story zao za G2G. Mbona ziwa?
But wacha nikwambie, there's something Gachagua said the other day which Gachagua seems to be like the new opposition.
He's not the new opposition. He is the opposition.
Because akona easy
intel.
And I think Kenyans, we need to listen to him. Of course, take what he says with a pinch of salt.
So just listen to him na tuachie hapo.
Juzi alikuwa anasema hiyo G2G iko na wenyewe.
Yeah.
Then kuna sharp boys
walijaribu kuingiza deal
na unajua ni kama au sharp boys ndio ni kama wanauza mafuta sahi because how else do you explain other people not having supply and then they do. So yes, there's some truth to it, but then also what does he gain to be spilling all the beans?
He wants favor from the people. He's just any other politician.
Will he?
Right now, anybody that is against Ruto is our friend. But
and the oil situation, is it getting any better?
The oil situation is getting worse because it is man-made, especially Kenyan-made. Somebody is out to make a profit.
So we wait and see.
Somebody is out. Who won the new prices when recommend?
We are in trouble.
A liter of petrol is going to cost more than a beer. Sasa si nikunywe beer alafu zishike niende.
Nikubaya. Nikubaya. And you know that's just one angle of it. It's gonna have a ripple effect on everything we consume eventually.
Yep. So the fuel is
a few weeks ago, we were making fun of it that, there's going to be a crisis. We didn't know it would actually get here sooner than it has. And just even, I think yesterday, I was asking for the fare price.
Ishapanda. Exactly. Umona nini? Ticket price za ndege?
Hiyo ilishapanda because they had delayed to raise the ticket price. I think there was some cushioning from the economy. The economy wasn't doing so badly, so there was some cushioning on that end. But I think now they've gotten to a point, they're not feeling that cushioning anymore. So they're transferring the charges to the
consumer.
To the consumer.
And
we are going to suffer.
Consumer always.
We're going to get to a point where the flying is left to the chosen few.
And the chosen few in this case, waheshimiwa.
And aspiring politicians.
So what do you think? Is Trump going to back down, or he's still just going to be the... Okay, is he still going to be the bully he is?
I think unajua Trump is still... Unajua hawa tu ni kama wamemnini. Like, he had thought he'd threaten them, and I think, as you said, Trump is a bully.
A bully.
He'll use big words, he'll threaten them, he'll, all civilization will be
he thought he'd
a thing of the past. And, he thought these guys would be moved.
He thought he'd do a Maduro on Iran.
But the Hey, lakini even Iran has stood its ground in a very...
We didn't expect it, sindio?
I'm still looking for the word. I'm still looking. I don't think walikuwa mejipanga. They've gained some confidence as things have been rolling. To a point, I don't think kuna kitu unaweza waambia sahi.
Ndio nakwambia hawa watu walikuwa wamejipanga.
And they didn't know. I don't think they even knew their power until things have been rolling. That's when they've realized.
You see, Caroline Mutoko was saying juzi ati we're being the curriculum is miseducating the learners, because how come in all her what years of study she only came to know about the Strait of Hormuz like
during
how many
war.
weeks ago?
We at least learned about Suez Canal.
Yeah, but you see, Suez Canal imekusaidia wapi na maisha yako ya day to day?
Personally none.
Exactly.
But of course there are people who probably have benefited if they are in logistics or whatever sector that it's come in handy.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot there to be done. Ni kubaya. Niseme tu acha tu ni kubaya. Nimalize tu ni kubaya.
Sema tu ni kubaya because now tutafanyaje?
Hakuna. In fact, speaking of ni kubaya, I have seen is it Mbavu Destroyer? By the way, who was your
my guy?
Your guy.
Si nilikwambia hapa.
Mbavu Destroyer.
Put money on him.
Mbavu Destroyer.
It wasn't Mbavu Destroyer, it was Majembe.
Are you serious?
Yes. Si bet na watu wataanguka bet.
So first of all, I need to understand, was this all just content and showbiz? Ama there was like a real...
most of it was showbiz. And maze, hats off to Obina. That guy maze, anaweza organize mambo na ikakua. Because ilianza, hata it wasn't his brainchild. Sikina Majembe, they were just internet sensations.
It was a TikTok thing that just blew up and then he jumped on it.
Majembe came out ati challenge on TikTok. So he challenged Alfayo, sijui nani alipiga mwingine. Mimi nimeanza kuochi vitu yao juzi tu.
Actually, I didn't even know about them. You're the one who told me.
So aka challenge, alafu Mbavu akasema mimi naweza piga huyo mse. Gobina jumped onto it, created a whole internet frenzy on it.
And said, let me provide us
a whole lot of money out of it.
Selling tickets.
I'm on the door.
So I had someone say he would have at least also involved real boxers, like in the game.
No, he involved the Boxing Federation.
Oh.
Yeah, because see, those matches are supposed to be officiated by referees. There were coaches. Because see, tangu anze kutuambia story na fight. Kulikuwa muda, kulikuwa na coaches.
But he brought a bit of spotlight back into boxing, and I think we are also like now creating a buzz around boxing.
Yeah,
in
typical
terms
Kenyan
of fans.
behavior. Umesikia sasa wanasema nini? Ati Obina apatiwe CS Sports. Kwa nini? I mean, mtu alifanya tu mambo yake.
Kenya ni wa special.
Walai, wa special. Because tell me why. This guy is doing this thing to benefit himself. Okay, and a few other people, but mostly it's for himself. Mbona about zimeanza alafu ananunua magari mpya all of a sudden.
He's made money.
He's made money.
Yeah.
And not kidogo money. Money to buy an LX570.
But on that note, I hear he had sued someone for defamation. And they wrote him a check. A real good check.
An LX570 check?
I hear.
Bana simpia mimi munislanda muone.
Wakujaribu.
Simpia mimi munislanda wale. I need to make some money. I need to make big bank.
I know.
But yeah, congrats to Majembe. Both of these guys are
Mbavu Destroyer apparently is going to court.
China. This guy is a content creator, by the way.
That's the whole point. If it's content, why would you take it that far?
But sasa ndo nakwambia, congrats to Majembe. This guy, in his heart, deep in his heart, he wants to be a professional boxer.
Majembe.
He wants to be a professional boxer because tangu wa announce about the guy has been training each and every day.
Doing the right things.
Doing the right
thing,
thing, yes. This other guy amekuwa tu mbele ya kamera kama si content.
Akijigonga na mama, akijidestroy mambavu. Literally.
What are you training for? You training
for me, I think if he's actually contesting, instead of going to court, why don't they just organize a rematch? Exactly.
Because if you watch the fight, boys alichoka. He was TKO the third round.
That was too soon.
That was too soon, man. Premature, man. Yeah, noodles, same was up. Instant.
That was too soon. But they should organize a rematch. Maybe that's
Bina alikuwa amesema waende State House wafanye nini, then Kenyans in their typical behavior wakaanza kelele wakataka.
So that never happened?
It happened.
Oh.
But still, me, I think everybody...
But they're all going to walk away with money, right?
Yeah, sinda kama, nakwambia.
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins, because this guy, I'm sure after before the fight, he had made $1 million, because either money, either content,
sales, and I'm guessing they're also going to get brand endorsement from this.
Exactly.
From whatever angle.
Mbavu Destroyer, and I make club appearances, and I charge at 40K.
Allah?
Yes.
Mbavu Destroyer?
Yes. 40G.
Huyo mtu basi ni
serious. Mama yake imeanza kujengwa.
Serious con.
Mzee alikuwa anajua Kenya anafanya.
Ni mtu serious na
history na koti.
It's just content or it's just being misadvised.
He's being misadvised because we all watched that match. Boy alipigwa fair and clear. Fair and clean. Hakuna mchezo ilipigwa. Hata yeye anasema alipigwa njwang.
So he should stop crying wolf.
Hakupigwa njwang. We watched it. I reviewed that thing like sijui how many 100 times. Hakuna fight. Hakuna ngumi ilimgonga mali haikufai mgonge.
Too bad.
So, alichoka tu akasema, acha ni create drama around this story. About ishe haraka. Tuende home.
All for our entertainment. Speaking of entertainment.
Na mbona wanapatia watu magari watu hawezi endesha?
Akina nani hao?
See, Majembe can't drive shit.
Really?
He can't. Ali drive ya wapi?
But that guy is like what, 20 or
yes,
is it 19?
Yes, ali drive ya wapi?
Driving school?
Very young. Driving school gani? Utajifunza kupiga ngumi ama utaenda driving school. Ni crazy.
Ni kunoma.
Entertainment.
Nyashinsky.
Showman.
Oh.
The Residence.
That was amazing.
Yenye kuenda.
I've seen photos.
Okay, yenye mimi sikuenda. Pengine ulienda.
Told you, Easter was pretty chill.
Hata hujaniuliza Easter yangu ilikuwaje.
Pole. My bad.
But ni sawa tu.
My bad.
Nilichill na majamaa wangu. Apparently, everyone in my circle, is it everyone? Most people in my circle have access to cars. So, okay, nataka kusema kitu na nitasound mjaluo lakini forget bwana.
Sema itoke.
Bana, mkisema mkitaka niwatembelee Makuenyo, make sure kuna parking.
Ala?
Juu sasa hii Pasaka tulienda kwa vesti yangu fulani. Apparently we share the same friend group. So mimi nika pull up naingia hivi gari 1 2 3 4 kunaendaje huko? Akapia mimi sikuja kana tembea. So there were like 5 cars kwa parking lot. Sasa anatoka hivi nje anasema niko na mabeste matajiri. So yeah, so tukazituli chill to engaged in bad behavior.
Ala?
Bad behavior.
No, like you sounded like there was like a grandiose moment for this whole...
The parking lot, hiyo ni chombo ya usafiri.
Nakusikia.
Chombo ya usafiri. Yeah, so see tuli cut, had a good time, piga story, nigga cooked. Man, munipe nguvu ya kupikia wanaume 7.
Wait, so this was a single nigga you're visiting?
Yeah, most of my friends
and
are single.
And
for the entire crew.
That was nice. That was a pretty interesting one.
Chele haikuiva, acha tu nimpane.
Mbona sasa ulikula hiyo mchele na unamchomea sasa?
Nilimwambia nikikula namwambia bro hii inakaa jela. Lakini
but kudos to
yeah, was a big up man. Naendelea hivyo. Pika tena tutakam. Good job
to the men who try.
Yeah.
I know there are people who totally say, oh, wamesahau. They are always just on takeouts. But the ones who go back home and try and whoop up a good meal.
Congratulations to y'all.
Umejaribu sana. Umejaribu sana.
Mimi ushinda. Jiniambie napigana na masufuria je atakula mtu mmoja wai.
Tena kupigana? Si nilisikia wewe shida ni kuosha vyombo.
Si ndio hiyo napigana. Yeye si ndio hiyo kupigana. Like vyombo zitakaa hapo hadi nitupe.
We need to upgrade to disposable sufurias.
Vyombo zitakaa hapo hadi nijalo tupa hivi tu nitanunua sufuria zingine.
Ni kubaya. So as I was saying, entertainment. Yashinsky put up a show.
Yes.
And I don't know whether that show had inspired, like even should I say the drama or the marketing to the show? There was like a lot of interviews, a lot of talk about the show itself, and I think he had most of. I think he had like, from the look of things, he had like 6 or 7 shows.
Yeah.
And probably most of them were really, like the tickets were really well sold. I just saw the one. Just one of the shows. That's the only one that. Oh, all of them.
Out, yes.
So I think that's really good news for the Kenyan artists, because I think there's now audience. Everyone has an audience.
Yeah, everyone has.
And we are really appreciating local content, and we also appreciate the musicians because they are now putting in the effort.
Still on show, man. I know somebody who went, who attended the show. Anasema hajawahi ona gig yenye iko organized hivyo.
Nice.
Ati yole ma MC ati mikono juu sijui wapi nduru ya
nothing.
Like show inaanza saa 4 kujani saa 4. Everybody was sitting in their seats.
In fact he kept saying come early so that you're seated by your saa 4.
Watu walikuwa wamekaa by saa 4. Hakukuwa na ile kelele ya sijui nini.
Bado watu wamechelewa kuingia gates bado
hakuna. There were no speeches.
And by the way, all his shows were everybody was a VIP except for there was a specific one that was on the 8th of April. That was the specific VIP show.
So,
but the rest were just everyone.
The music was good. It was live performance and the dancers were professional. Sio kama wale wenye wanasemanga parara.
Nice. That's nice. So I feel that whole platform now gave exposure to several artists.
Yes.
As well as several industries, because I think he incorporated not just
gymnastics.
Yes, other artists.
Ninios,
actors,
drums, or instruments, actors. Nini. Yeah, ilikuwa movie to say the least.
Yeah, which I think imefanya, and I have seen. I don't know if you've also noticed this. We are having several musicians celebrating anniversaries.
Yeah, Red Sun. Is it Red Sun at 40 or
at 30?
At 30. Okay,
Red Sun
obviously
at 30,
he's not 30 years old.
Nameless at 25. Wait, Red Sun has been there longer than Nameless.
Red Sun ni wa kitambo, you guys.
That's a surprise. So Red Sun is doing at 30, Nameless is doing at 25. Nadia Mkami is doing 10.
Red Sun is around, I think I think ako 50 years old. Juni mzae, mimi nilianza kumuona kitambo.
Really? Yeah. I always thought they started around the same time.
So they should be
having about the same number of years in the industry.
In the industry, I started seeing this guy, I was around 10.
So are they just doing anniversaries, or they're also giving us something new to be dancing along to?
They have to give us something new because Mazeto mesikiza kama sasa kama Red Sun. Ni hata akisema kwa show ni
kwa Medi is also celebrating.
Yeah.
What anniversary?
I don't know. But kama ya Nadia ni 10, yake I think ni less.
Less than 10? Really?
Sasa ndio ametoa album ya kwanza juzi show.
No, the album doesn't.
But unajua album ndio catalog yako ya msanii.
Okay.
So kaa una.
You doesn't meaning.
But anyway, congrats to all of them.
To the artists.
I've been there.
You keep us happy, you keep us entertained. And we enjoy your crafts.
Yes. Nini ingine na happen Kenya yetu? Mazee kumekuwa na cases. Kumekuwa na cases hapa noma, watu hawezi funga mdomo, wanaongea tu matope kwa microphone nini.
It's a battle. It's a battle of the titans.
Waheshimiwa hawataki kuheshimika.
Would you say that, or it's? I think. I've never been a politician, but I don't know what politics does to people. You always feel like you have to hit below the belt, like your opponent it's almost like a boxing match.
Kanyaga shingo bado anapumua, si ndio?
Kitu kaa hiyo.
But I think it's fueled by the people. Kuna vitu zenye tunataka kusikia. Unaona, Maraga si alikuwa huku a few weeks back. Who knows about it?
Nobody.
Yeah,
but he was with the people.
Yeah, he's soft spoken. Hata kuja aseme, "Huyo ni mwizi." Sijui nini. Hata kuja aseme, hata kuja tu aseme mambo yake. Tufuate katiba, mnipigie kura, nitarahisisha mambo.
So are you trying to say this whole shenanigan is a personality thing?
It's a personality thing. Tunataka kusikia mtu ako charged, ako fired up. We want to make it look like it's an actual battle against you and this other person. So tunataka kufeel hiyo high energy. Ndio to feel like now this is politics. Hadi wenyewe wanasema hiyo sasa ndio siasa.
Aura. Aura for aura.
Aura for aura. Na sasa tukiwasema sasa story na aura for aura. Sasa mkianza kutoban kutembea Kisumu mnataka aje?
Your story tumesema we will definitely get to the bottom of it.
Why haven't we gotten to the bottom of it?
It's pretty strange. We expected that the
Ongondowere was shot 2 days
in
later.
Nairobi?
Yeah, 2 days later, all the perpetrators wameshikwa. Osoti was beaten by...
Kuna two rumors. Kuna people are pointing fingers.
Goons,
but no one is in the cell.
Live on CCTV, tukiwaona.
But CDCI walikuwa kwa ground. I thought they arrested a few, 2 or 3 people.
3 people?
Yes.
Video ilikuwa na watu ngapi?
Ilikuwa na watu kadhaa.
Unatuambia nini umeshika tu a few unlucky candidates?
Wenye walikuwa wenye wame tunaita sacrificial
lambs. But I think mali tunaenda kaa Kenyans, it is worrying because unapewa 200 uende upige mtu mwenye ambeba bunduki. Upendi maisha yako?
It is sad. It is sad to say.
Mimi hata niko na swali. Okay, fine. It's not ever that serious, but man, if you are a licensed gun holder, you are licensed for a reason.
So you know,
your life can be in danger at whatever point.
It is a very dangerous trend. When we turn violent, it's a very dangerous trend. One, you might be sent, umekula tao yako tao mbili. Unaenda kugonga mbavu ya mtu, you give them a lifetime injury.
Destroy mbavu.
Yeah, imagine, not necessarily. Okay, mbavu destroyer. Like, yes, you're paid a few thousand shillings and you destroy someone's life for, like you destroy their life for life.
Yeah.
Like probably they get injured. And like there was a politician who I hear had a surgery a few years ago. So he had like
a crutch.
A crutch, or no, not really a crutch. Like he had a metal put in his limb. Yeah. And then he had been attacked again. So you're wondering, is this person? So there's the bit. Yes, we need to pass a point across, but we should not get violent. Tomorrow it will be you who's paying the goons to go and attack the other person. Tomorrow when those goons don't get the money to be paid, or they're hungry, they will take matters into their own hands and make their own rules.
What I mean is, I want to lay this blame solely on the police. Because wewe ni polisi, umeenda Kiganjo, umeenda training ya sijui miezi ngapi. They've taken you through shit. Then, whatever position, ukwe constable, ukwe nini, ukwe OCS, ukwe nani,
whatever your position.
Whatever your position. Unasimama kando ya msa mbeba rungu na hana paramilitary training kwa nini. Na uko tu sawa unatembea na yeye. Arrest that guy.
The way we've normalized a lot of things in this country is mind-boggling.
Because soon, even though Haiti ilianza by the way.
Lawlessness.
Kila msa ako na gunzo wake. Mimi niko na wangu, ukikuja wanakuvaa. Nikienda kwa ile territory nyingine wananivaa. So inabaki na kwa gunla.
And we forget that the political season is just what? Like a year?
Like a year.
And it will...
And then unapata huyo mtu mwenye ni guna anakupiga kesho politician yake
amelan tactics,
akianguka kura, anarudi street anaanza sasa kuambia ni aje bro, umejua ilikuwa tu siasa. Wewe unaanza sikiza mtu kama?
No ma. We should be very careful. We should be very careful.
And to goons, yenye mnaamua sasa umepigwa tawa yako mbili unaenda kupiga. Unapigaje ya politician?
Even if you know someone
mtu
who
mwenye
is taking
tunalipa
part.
Tax. Akwe protected.
They're using you.
Ako na bunduki ya serikali, ako na bodyguard wawili ama watatu wa serikali. Alafu wewe na ujinga yako unaenda kumpiga. Alafu unasahau Serikali iko na mkono mrefu inakutoa ndani ya
moment
hivi.
Nakwambia wakati umeingizwa kwa hiyo cell you are all alone.
Alone, unapiga hizo masimu wa
unaanza kurealize
kwanza
I'm in trouble.
Ndio atakata ku associate na yeye.
Like, no, we need to call these people out.
We should do.
The people who are taking up these roles as goons, and even if we know them as our friends, because I also think availing, like when you make yourselves available, then they will use you.
But the bigger problem here is not even sio ati watu wako. The bigger problem here is the youth are not engaged.
True.
They are not engaged meaningfully. And I mean,
poverty is the enemy.
Hawana job. The system is not working for them. Wanasema ati youth fund sijui mshikane watu wangapi mwende mpate do. Okay, sawa, mmepata do, mnapewa 50k. Utaanza biashara gani na 50k honestly na mko
watu
sawa
watu
10.
Not very feasible as well.
Nyota fund iko mnapatiwa 5000. What do you do with 5000, man? So
the situation is bad, but we are saying
we need to look into ourselves first before we look into our leaders, because there was a time yenye youth walikuwa wanakuja pamoja to do things that were meaningful. Like
so
in the community,
we should really redirect the energy.
Ni kama mwiba wa kujidunga, because right now unapata vijana wako idol na wapea tao. Ukirana wote hizo matao utawapatianga nini? Si ni wewe tu
watakunyonga. The next thing they will do, they know this is the route, they know your timings.
Unasimama nakwambia bro hujatuachia yetu leo.
Hata kwanza they'll just pretend they don't know you and attack you and they know you're always working with like 50k.
Like now this guy mwenye amevunjwa mikono mbili. Si anasema senyo alimvunja anawajua.
And nothing has been done to them.
And nothing has been done
we
to them because they are protected by somebody
this.
else who's now in power.
And you know, the more we get to hear of these incidences and nothing is being done about them, the more we are creating a menace that we might not be able
to handle in the next few years.
Yeah, ni kama you're feeding a monster, and the monster keeps growing.
Yep.
It gets to a point you're not able to tame it anymore, and you do not have space to hold it anymore. What happens?
Yeah, like trying to domesticate a hyena.
We should watch ourselves. In short, I'm just saying, let's watch ourselves.
Yeah.
Basically, that was it. We talk about everything and nothing is off the table.
Yeah, everything and anything.
We appreciate. We've seen the love, the follows, the comments.
The followers are still kidogo, man. Simfollow, man. Shida ni.
Oh, bado ni kidogo.
Kidogo. Nilalamika last pod. Mwana ochije watu 4.5k alafu ati subs ni hazijafika hata 200. Jamani.
Wafanya maneno. Ebu subscribe.
Ama hii content ampendi.
Watuambie.
Mtuambie kama mpendi hii content mtuambie. Mtuambie pia na zile vitu zenye mnataka tufanye. Zenye zitafanya mko interested na pod. Na mtumie hapo hivyo sana. Tumieni hapo hivyo comment section. Hiyo si maridadi.
Instagram, Facebook.
Tumieni comment section ya YouTube sana. Ya Facebook, ya Instagram na ya TikTok. Mlisema tukuje TikTok tuko huko.
We also Spotify.
Yeah. Basa Spotify si ni ya Beyonce wenye wataki kuona YouTube.
But we really do appreciate the love.
Yeah, we do.
Keeping it real.
Yeah, we wanted to do a video for you guys, but we'll talk about it.
Coming soon.
So
it's been real.
That's it. This has been episode 6 or 7 or both.
Ciao.
See ya on the next one. Mjibambe, have a productive next week. Goodbye.